guys, if you listened to the last episode, you would know that I'm making this in the same night actually. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I realized I got other things to talk about, but that video was already getting long, and I doubt you guys are there to stick around that long. So yeah, we're gonna branch off from that episode from before, and I'm gonna say love hate. Two sides of the same coin. People say two sides of the same coin a lot, but today I understood what it meant. Just to recap real quick, love gives you this feeling inside, right? Happy feeling. Gives you energy, makes you happier. Hate, it also gives you this little feeling inside, but it's different. It's bad for you, it makes you feel so shitty. Gives you so much energy, you punch through walls. And the thing is, if you don't express these in any way or let them be heard or known, they start to fester inside of you. They begin eating you up inside until you burst. And that's how I felt about Nimona. Not that I hate it, okay, it's the love part. I loved it so much that it was festering inside of me because I wasn't really telling anyone. And that's the reason I've been being sad and shedding tears and stuff. But, you know, yeah, that's all for the recap. So let's talk about the topic today. Therapist. I'm sure you guys have heard of it at some point. Therapy. Therapists do therapy. And it sounds like the perfect solution to my problem, right? This love-hate thing. And it just needs to be seen, right? Because that's how it works. So why don't I get me a therapist? Well, first of all, aren't they kinda expensive? I mean, come on, man, look at those numbers. $130 an hour? I mean, yeah, I want someone to listen to me, like, properly, but do I really have to pay them that much money? Like, come on, dude. That's a lot of hours for one. Damn. Whoa, yeah. Let's see here. When you get therapy, right, you talk to someone and understand your feelings more. If you understand your feelings, they can help you more. Now, here's what I'm thinking, right? They know all these strategies and stuff to cope and whatnot, but what if I know those strategies, A little quick Google search. Yeah, that's a solid idea, me. Why don't you just do the Google search instead of take the service people actually pay for? See, people actually pay for it for a reason. I'm here to wonder why. But who knows? I'll have to actually take it first to see what's up. The thing is, however, I'm not paying that shit. So, we're just gonna skip over this topic like it never happened. That's a lie. I'm gonna come back to it right now. Like, I know therapy is really good for you. So many people talk about it. Therapy changed me. Therapy saved my life. Like, and I see it as well. People are like better after therapy. Um, that's when you start to think it's real. You know, professional help is help, but professional. It's better than what a kid could do. It's better than what a stranger on the internet could do. But for the budget I have, you know, there's not really much options here. So I could, you know, beg my family to cover it, but I don't think that's a solid idea. So yeah, we're gonna skip over this topic right now. You know, currently it's 12:56 a.m. and August 5th, where I am. So, what does this all mean? It means that I've been staying up late for quite a while now. And I hate to admit it, but I am probably the cause of this. Way back before I watched Nimona, I was gaming again, and I consistently stayed up past 12, and now I consistently stay up past 12. You see, the thing about this, it can be easily fixed. You just have to wake up early. That's all you have to do, literally. Set up an alarm for 7 and 9 o'clock, and bam, you wake up early. You know, now you just gotta do it consistently and stay awake, mind you. Staying awake, that's the important part. And then you'll start to feel tired around the 9 through 10 p.m. area. And all you gotta do then is go to bed. Listen, I know how easy it is to stay up because you're not tired, but you're tired enough to go to bed. Now that's the important part. You're not tired, but you're tired enough to go to bed. The thing you have to do now is shut up your phone, set that alarm, and go to bed at that time. At that point, you just gotta sleep at that time and make it habit again. Then suddenly, oh, it's a lot harder to stay up past 12. What the fuck? Well, yeah, it's a lot easier to stay up past 12 when you stay up past 12 regularly. It's a lot harder when you don't. Now that's all you gotta do. To sleep early. And wake up early. Of course, this method may not work for everyone, and I haven't actually tested it out myself, but in theory, it does work. I might actually try to make a separate video on this, just to try and get more views. Yippee, my mindset's coming in clutch. Let's talk Nimona again, because I can't let go of that shit. So Nimona, right? Phenomenal film. Phenomenal. I recommend you watch it right now. But I want to talk about that climax scene one more time. I think I know why I love it so much, besides the obvious reasons. I think I love it so much because it's a really good, like, gold, diamond, silver level good of thoughts on suicide. It's really good, like unholy good. It's such a simple thing, but it goes the 9 yards. Like, it encapsulates it so phenomenally. You're tired of all this shit that happened, all this stuff that is happening, and all the experiences that was terrible. It accumulates all into this one emotional outburst. It makes you believe that there is no good in keeping alive. It honestly, the scene was phenomenal. I'll play it. Close your eyes. I'll play it through your head. So, Nimona gets the flashback of where she gets called a monster for the very first time by her closest friend, the first one that she is accepted by and eventually felt betrayed by. And then it ends. The flashback ends. And we see Nimona holding her head as if a flaming headache swept over her, and all the words that hurt her just plays in her head. Can you just be normal? You're a monster. Go back to the darkness from whence you came. And then she loses it. She loses it. She becomes the monster of the legend, myth, completely black and white, so different from her bright pink and cheerful vibe. And it helps you realize this isn't the Nimona we came to know in the film. She marches through the city, and the people, they start fighting back, thinking that they are defending their country. And Nimona, she doesn't try to hurt anything. She is the one being hurt. The Air Force, they're launching their missiles, they're shooting Nimona. They hit her. She falls towards a billboard. All the other voices, they're screaming, shaming on her. And Nimona, she opens her eyes after tumbling, and she sees a billboard was playing the words that she thought about earlier. There were kids talking about killing monsters. They bragged about it. I killed a monster. Well, I killed two of them. Nimona, in pain from watching this, destroys it. Destroys the building it lay on. And after doing that, she continues her journey. Once again, we see her walking towards the center of the city. And once again, we see her attacked by the knights. This time she takes it hard, and she slams towards a building as if it were a wall supporting her. But it's not enough, and she falls. Her eyes are shut. We are back in Nimona's POV. She opens them, her eyes, to see citizens not running, not screaming, but throwing rocks at her, reminding her of that day when she was betrayed by her friend. So she gets back up and screams in agony. But in this form, everyone sees it as a scream of rage. The voice actor nailed it. They nailed it. Here we see Nimona get back up. She doesn't go towards the city center this time. She goes towards the statue of Glorith, her first friend. And She stands in front of the blade it wields, perfectly foreshadowed that it made sense. Everything came up to this moment and perfectly wrapped it up. She stands in front of the blade, and we hear the words she repeated when she was vulnerable earlier in the movie. People glorify stabbing the hearts of anything that is different to them. Monsters. But sometimes I just want to let them. And that just resonated. It came into one ear and didn't go out the next. It stuck and echoed. And then, just before she gets touched by the blade, Ballister, the supposed second person to accept her, stops her. He puts his hand on the core of the beast and says, "I'm sorry, Nimona. I see you." Nimona. She turns into her human form, her girl form, and nearly falls while doing so. But Ballister goes and hugs her. Nimona, doing the same exact thing. It was an understanding hug. They just held each other while Nimona dug into the hug even more. It was just a beautiful scene. It completely highlighted the character growth that they both went through, and it clearly showed it showed it perfectly. I I truly believe that it couldn't have been done any better than that. It was phenomenal. It truly hit me. That's the scene that tied it all together. That's when it became a favorite movie to the greatest movie I've watched of all time. And that's where my true love stands. That climax scene. It's special because it's different. It resonated with me and I felt the characters in that scene. Everything, everything in the movie made sense. They did it so well. This is truly the scene that I absolutely adored. This is not something I would say with other fans of this film, although I know that they like the climax scene as well. I wouldn't say this because it's truly something special to me, and I wouldn't want it tainted by anyone. So I don't know if I'm gonna upload this or upload it with comments, but the fact that no one watches these, I might leave the comments on. And maybe hear some friendly banter for once. But that's the reason I love that scene. I don't even remember what we were originally talking about anymore. I got too immersed in telling what I felt, my memory of the moment. I was way too immersed that I completely forgot what we were even talking about. But I said it. Let's just hope that it'll be known. It's not the first thing that people who open this video will hear. It's not even the second thing. But it is in here. And I don't know if people will listen to this to the end. So I reckon that it'll be good. It'll be good. Like and subscribe, guys, because I'm not gonna try and make a lame excuse. Just like and subscribe. I genuinely love Nimona. I had a few things I didn't like, but I love it so much that I can see past those. It truly is love. I believe I felt love before, and this encapsulates it. I genuinely love it. It's gonna be my favorite movie for a long time. if not forever. So yeah, I recommend you guys watching it. Of course, the climax was already spoiled, but it's not just the climax that was good about this movie. You see, this movie, oh, I absolutely adored it. I wouldn't skip any of it, but I would close my eyes for some parts. Like, eh, you'll see what I mean if you are not used to it like I am. But yeah, this is getting really long. I reckon 25 minutes. 31. But yeah, it's getting really long, so I'm gonna end it here now. Like and subscribe, guys, cause I love this shit. This is the bomb. This is what I like to do.